on the day of Jonathan Daniels' murder, his best friend Bob Perry ran into Jonathan's mother, who was celebrating her birthday at a local restaurant.
She hadn't heard from him. She was very worried. John never forgot her birthday.
On the way home, Bob and the world learned Jonathan was dead.
If your last wish in life is I want to have left the place better off than what I found it, he certainly did.
Hundreds of mourners poured into St. James Episcopal Church for Jonathan's funeral. Ruby Sales kept her head low.
That funeral was very hard for me because Jonathan was an only son and she only had 2 children. So you can imagine how I felt when I saw his mother's grief. I felt momentarily deeply saddened and to some degree slightly guilty.
Jonathan fought his entire short life for freedom and justice. His activism actually began long before he was entrenched in Alabama. 50 years after Jonathan was killed, this photo surfaces, taken a few feet from Martin Luther King as he delivers his iconic speech during the March on Washington in 1963.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Friends adamant the man in the clerical collar holding a sign is Jonathan. Others doubtful. You see, Jonathan wasn't authorized to wear a priest's collar as he hadn't yet entered the seminary.
It would definitely have been against any kind of regulation at the divinity school for Jonathan to be wearing a priest's collar at that point in his life. In fact, he may not have been admitted to the school if they had found out that he had done that.
The authors of Blood Brothers, Sandra and Rich Wallace, determined to solve the mystery, working with a facial forensics expert.
She analyzed all of the photos in depth and determined that unless Jonathan had a twin brother, this was him.
Proving Jonathan's interest in the civil rights movement started 2 years earlier than previously known. Good detective work also led to photos from Jonathan's own camera. The pictures developed after he was killed.
We had dozens and dozens of photos that Jonathan took.
Jonathan's pictures helped the Wallaces include a narrative that had been missing in the civil rights movement. The voice of young people, not old enough to vote, they became the courage for their parents.
So when they went to the courthouse to register to vote, they were met by a billy club wielding sheriff who intimidated them. If they made it inside, they had to take what was called a literacy test, which meant that they had to know completely everything in the U.S. Constitution, everything in the state constitution. And if they got all of those questions right, there were impossible questions in addition to that, like how much water is in the Alabama River.
When Jonathan arrived in Lowndes County, no African Americans were registered to vote. By the time he died, 1,000 had signed up. The Episcopal Church declared Jonathan a saint in 1991. He's recognized at Canterbury Cathedral in England near a shrine to Thomas Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury murdered in the cathedral. Here, just feet from the Trinity Chapel, you'll find a tribute to Jonathan along with Martin Luther King in the Chapel of Saints and Martyrs. They are the only 2 20th century Americans honored here.
Nobody was conscious of wanting to fit into a small box called history. We were just doing our work.
More than a half century after his death, Jonathan Daniels' mission is still relevant today. In the words of his long ago sermon, more souls must be reached.
Do you want your freedom? Certainly, Lord. Do you want your freedom? Certainly, Lord. Certainly, 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 Lord.
Jonathan Daniels was the 4th white civil rights worker murdered in Alabama in 1965. After his death, his mother joined a group that filed a lawsuit against the Southern justice system and won. That landmark ruling allowed blacks and women to serve on juries. I'm Karen Myers. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night.